Okay, let's kick things off. We all know that feeling, right?
Yeah.
Information overload, especially when you're juggling, say, multiple high-res video feeds.
Yeah, security monitors, data dashboards, maybe control room stuff.
Exactly. Trying to keep track across, like, 4 different screens, it's just a lot.
It really is. And that's precisely the problem we're digging into today. We're doing a deep dive on a specific piece of hardware, the A-Neuvideo ANI-PIP-41UHD.
Quite a mouthful.
Yeah, it's a 4x1 4K60 UHD Multiviewer. Basically, our mission here is to understand how this box takes up to 4 separate high-res video signals and gets them all onto one single display.
And we're talking modern signals here, right? This isn't some old standard definition thing.
No, definitely not. The specs are pretty solid. It supports full 4K at 60 hertz. That needs some real processing power.
And the sources mention 18 gigabits per second video bandwidth. What does that actually, get you in practical terms?
Right. So that 18 GBPs, that's the key number for handling true 4K 60 hertz with 4.4.4 chroma subsampling, meaning no color compression. If you've got really fine text, charts, detailed schematics, you need that full color information, that 4.4.4, to keep everything perfectly crisp. No fuzziness.
Okay, got it. So the horsepower is there, but the real magic, I guess, is how it combines the inputs, the multi-view stuff.
Exactly. That's the core function. It's not just about switching between inputs, it's about showing them together. This device offers up to 8 different display modes.
8 modes from 4 inputs. How does that work?
Well, you've got your basic single screen view, obviously, then picture-in-picture, or PIP.
Okay, standard.
Right. Then 2 different kinds of picture-by-picture, PBP, where springs are side by side. And then it gets interesting. 2 types of triple view layouts and 2 types of quad view layouts.
So you can really customize how you see those 4 feeds, prioritize one, maybe keep the others small.
Precisely. You could have one main feed taking up most of the screen with 3 smaller ones tucked in a corner, for instance. Very flexible.
Now, one detail caught my eye in the specs. It mentions seamless switching, but only in single screen mode. For the multi-view modes, it says fast switching. What's the difference there? Is it noticeable?
Ah, good catch. Yeah, there's a subtle but important difference. Seamless means, well, seamless. 0 black screen, instantaneous transition. Perfect if you're, say, switching sources live on a big presentation screen.
Okay.
But when you enable those multi-view modes, PIP, quad, etc., the processor inside has to work a lot harder, right? It's scaling and positioning multiple video streams at once.
Right, makes sense.
So to handle that complexity efficiently, the switch becomes fast. It's still very quick, probably just a fraction of a second, but you might see a very brief flicker or black screen during the transition.
So probably fine for monitoring, but maybe not ideal for, live broadcast cuts.
Exactly. It's a trade-off for the multi-view processing. Still very usable for control rooms, monitoring stations, that kind of thing.
And managing all these layouts, you mentioned 8 modes plus customization. How do you actually control it?
You've got options. There's dedicated control software included, which lets you, drag and drop, resize windows, create custom layouts. There's also an on-screen display, the OSD, for navigating settings.
And for integration.
Ah, yes. Crucially, it has EDID management built in.
Okay, EDI. Remind us quickly what that is and why it matters.
Sure. EDI, Extended Display Identification Data. It's basically how the display tells the video source, hey, here are the resolutions and timings I support.
Like a digital handshake.
Exactly. Proper EDID management prevents those annoying moments where you switch inputs and get a black screen, or the resolution drops because the source and display aren't communicating correctly. It ensures a stable connection, especially when switching.
Makes sense. Okay, we've covered video, but what about audio? Often a headache with switchers. How does this handle sound?
Good question. Input-wise, the audio comes in via the 4 HDMI inputs. Output is the main HDMI out, obviously, but importantly, it also de-embeds the audio.
Meaning it can split the audio off.
Correct. It gives you separate audio outputs. You get standard analog RCA, left and right stereo, and you also get a digital optical SPDIF output.
So you can easily send the audio to a separate sound system or recorder.
Yep. Makes integration much easier. It supports common formats too, LPCM, AC3, DD+, DTS, up to 7.1 channels, apparently.
Nice. And compliance. HDCP is always a factor with HDMI.
It is. This one is HDMI 2.0B and, crucially, HDCP 2.2 compliant.
Why is that 2.2 part so important again?
HDCP 2.2 is the latest copy protection standard needed for most commercial 4K content. Think Blu-rays, streaming services like Netflix in 4K. If your switcher or any part of the chain isn't HDCP 2.2 compliant, that protected 4K source just won't display. You'll get an error or a black screen.
Right, essential for compatibility. Okay, so good audio options, proper HDCP. But there was one audio note. It doesn't support HBR audio. What's HBR? We missing much?
HBR means high bitrate audio. That covers the really high-end lossless formats like Dolby True HD and DTS HD Master Audio, the kind you find on Blu-rays for like home cinema surround sound.
Oh, the fancy stuff.
Yeah. Since this device is more geared towards professional monitoring, control rooms, digital signage, places where compressed audio like Dolby Digital or DTS is totally fine, the lack of HBR support usually isn't a big deal for its intended users.
Okay, that makes sense. So, summing up,
Yeah.
what we have here is a compact box. What is it, like 1.4 pounds?
Yeah, quite small. About 8.7 by 0.22 by 1.2 inches. Very easy to tuck away.
Right, a compact box that takes 4K 60 inputs, displays them in various flexible ways on one screen, handles the audio splitting, has the right compliance, and you can control it via front panel buttons, an IR remote, or
RS-232 commands, which is key for integrating it into automated control systems, Crestron, AMX, that sort of thing.
So the bottom line seems to be synthesizing a lot of high-res visual information into one manageable view, quickly and reliably.
That's the core value, yes. And connecting it to the bigger picture. Think about those control options, especially RS-232, and the focus on combining these dense 4K 60 feeds. It really makes you consider the specific environments where this becomes essential. Well, mission-critical places. Security hubs, network operations centers, maybe live production control rooms. Places where seeing multiple things at once and being able to switch views instantly based on changing priorities is absolutely vital for making the right call fast.
Right.
So the question it raises for me, and maybe for you listening, is what level of visual complexity or what kind of potential consequence from missing something do you think really makes dedicated hardware like this not just a convenience, but an absolute necessity? Where's that tipping point?